So, hello. So this is the video regarding intelligent agents. It's going to be the video, the part two, the introduction to artificial intelligence. So the concept addressed here is the rationality concept. A rational agent is the one which takes the right action. And this chap here is asking, okay, but what does it mean to take the right action? So it is easy. A right action contributes to a greater agent success. But how can we measure the agent success? Using performance measures. We know that the actions that is executed by the agent is going to make or to provoke the change in the states of the environment. Depending on the sequence, the agent may have more or less success. So, using again the vacuum cleaner example from the book from Russell, uh, two performance measures can be the quantity of dirt sucked by hour, or the higher quantity of dirt sucked using the less energy consumption. So, this is just two of the examples. We can use as many criteria that you want. So, an agent rationality in a given instant depends on four aspects: the performance measure used to evaluate the success, the previous knowledge that he has about the environment, the actions that he can take, and the sequence, the perception sequence obtained so far. This is the rational agent definition presented by Russell and Norwich. A rational agent that acts so as to maximize the expected value of a performance measure based on past experience and knowledge. Once more, we can define if the agent is not rational, but for instance, in the vacuum cleaner example, we can use, for instance, the performance measure 1 point corresponding to each of the squares cleaned in each time step. For instance, a total of 1,000 steps. So the geography is known a priori, but the vacuum cleaner position, initial position, and dirt are not known. And of course, he can only move right and left, and if he tries to do a move that is not allowed, the agent will stay in the same place. So in these conditions, we could say that this agent is rational. So, but it's very important to distinguish rationality from omniscience. Omniscience. What is an omniscient agent will know always at any time a priori what will the results of his actions will be. So, an agent to be rational doesn't have to be omniscient. A rational agent maximizes the expectable performance. An omniscient agent, which means perfect, maximize the actual performance, the real, because he knows what the result of the action will be. An example to understand the difference between rationality and omniscient is this one. Consider, for instance, an agent that is going to cross the road, as it is represented here. So he should look both ways before crossing. This is something that everybody knows. But consider in this case that there was a falling piano, and this falling piano is going to crush the agent. So, of course, if this agent was omniscient, it will not cross because he knew that he was going to be smashed by the falling piano. Okay, so with this example, you can perfectly know what is to be a perfect omniscient agent and not a rational one. Okay, rationality also implies learning. Agents may execute actions to modify future perceptions to obtain useful information. This is one thing that, for instance, robots do all the time. So there is this information gathering information. For instance, the Mars robots or the vacuum cleaner. He can many times he have to explore the world to obtain more information. And by collecting this information, it is expected that the agent will learn based on perception. So rationality implies learning. And also rationality also implies autonomy. So the task of a the computational task of an agent can be divided in three tasks, stages: the project, the decision of the next section, and the modification of the behavior. So the project is the computations performed by the programmers. The decision of the next action is performed by the agent based on the program and the perceptions, and the modification of the behavior. As it learns based on experience, it performs more computation to change its behavior. So an agent which is relies more on experience of the previous experience of the designer instead of its own perceptions, it has lack of autonomy. For instance, imagine if you just trust in our parents' knowledge and we don't learn anything with the life, so we don't have any autonomy. So a rational agent must be autonomous. He must have the capacity to learn and to adapt, to compensate partial knowledge and also incorrect knowledge. So in the next video, we are going to start with this subject, environment typology or nature. And to conclude, I'm going just to show you here the reference, the book from Russell and also the book from Woolrich. And this is going to